Let's get it. If I'm ever hurt, man, who gon' heal me up? If I break down, man, who gon' build me up? Hook, line, and sinker, I'm the biggest catch, plenty fish in the sea, but you bitches ain't real enough. I appreciate you here with me. I got a lot of plans and some coming with contingency. Worry about making money more than making an enemy. And every celebration coming with a glass of Hennessy. And everything I write is coming from recent memory. So when I lay it down, it becomes a part of history. And when you play it back, it reads like a documentary. So when I'm dead and gone, at least you still here with my energy. If it ain't good vibes, then we don't get involved. If it's a problem, trust me, we get it solved. I had to learn procrastination was my biggest flaw. And if I ever stop being lazy, then I can get it all. I do this shit for Rudy. Man, I do this shit for Twin. Man, I do this shit for Naughty. Rest in peace, them was my friends. Man, I do this for the city. Man, I do this for my state. Man, I do this for the love, even though I get the hate. Okay. It's all motivation just to be great. Fix my problems like a man, but the studio my escape. If I can have it all now, man, why should a nigga wait? Everything about timing, but nigga, I'm never late. If you ain't never took a loss, then you ain't learned nothing. If you ain't got it on your own, then you ain't earned nothing. How you hate on other niggas when they turn coming? Niggas carry flames to the bridge until they burn something. Y'all so comfortable with being the middleman. When niggas that you playing for always play with a different hand. They coming with new rules and a different plan. And when the water come crashing down, that's when you realize they ain't give a damn. Shout out to Flea, my nigga, with my decisions. And it's all for the love, no bad vibes, no bad intentions. And shout out to the team, I really feel they need a mention. They my prescriptions, lenses, they helping me see the visions. Look, action mean more than what you say to me. Play so many times, it's like my heart become a vacancy. I could give you the world, but yet you still want to take from me. And then they look for some reasons to start blaming me. But look at where life taking me. Yeah. Man, this shit really been great for me. And I've really been waiting patiently. And where I end up, goddamn, we'll see, like, yeah. But if I'm ever broke, man, who gon' build me up? And if I'm ever hurt, man, who gon' heal me up? Hook, line, and sinker, I'm the biggest catch, plenty fish in the sea, but you hoes just ain't been real enough. Let's get it. If I'm ever hurt, man, who gon' heal me up? If I break down, man, who gon' build me up? Hook, line, and sinker, I'm the biggest catch, plenty fish in the sea, but you bitches ain't real enough. I appreciate you here with me. I got a lot of plans and some coming with contingency. Worry about making money more than making an enemy. And every celebration coming with a glass of Hennessy. And everything I write is coming from recent memory. So when I lay it down, it becomes a part of history. And when you play it back, it reads like a documentary. So when I'm dead and gone, at least you still here with my energy. If it ain't good vibes, then we don't get involved. If it's a problem, trust me, we get it solved. I had to learn procrastination was my biggest flaw. And if I ever stop being lazy, then I can get it all. I do this shit for Rudy. Man, I do this shit for Twin. Man, I do this shit for Naughty. Rest in peace, them was my friends. Man, I do this for the city. Man, I do this for my state. Man, I do this for the love, even though I get the hate. Okay. It's all motivation just to be great. Fix my problems like a man, but the studio my escape. If I can have it all now, man, why should a nigga wait? Everything about timing, but nigga, I'm never late. If you ain't never took a loss, then you ain't learned nothing. If you ain't got it on your own, then you ain't earned nothing. How you hate on other niggas when they turn coming? Niggas carry flames to the bridge until they burn something. Y'all so comfortable with being the middleman when niggas that you play.
Okay, that was a rather abrupt end. Hey, there I am in HD, and it's scary. I've got wires everywhere. I've been working on my new setup, which is why I'm super late. I wasn't even going to do the show, but I figured let's test run all this shit before I forget how to do it tomorrow. New camera over here. Had to rearrange a lot of things. Let's have a look at the stream. So this is no longer choppy. Okay. I mean, I need some better makeup. I've got to learn how to do it, but all for the good of the show, I guess. Can you hear me loud and clear? Am I coming through crispy? Let me know. Thank you for tapping in, all two of you right now. And I know I'm super late on this topic. Like I said, I have my notes from this morning, but I didn't have my setup Oh, megabyte, thank you. Crystal, awesome. That is good to know. And no lag anymore, no delay. I'm speaking at the same time. So all good signs. Like I say, this is now, you know, the battle rap news cycle moves so quickly that this is now old news. I guess this kind of broke about this time yesterday anyway, so of course it's old news, but we're going to do it anyway. You know, like I said, I want to try out all these new things. Everything is a learning process, and you know, we're learning together as a family, so you get to see the show develop over time, I guess. So let's have a look. So obviously, well, not obviously, if you have been not on Twitter or sitting under a battle rap rock, then you will be unfamiliar that Surf has been accused of biting bars. Now, the biggest and loudest accusation came from, you know, his biggest and loudest nemesis. So let's take a look at the receipts. So there's a video that's been created. Let's have a look at that.
Real niggas, y'all not invited. He getting money, but he a rat. Y'all bitches like it. One nigga break your heart, y'all bitches dyke it. Powder from Colombia, the sour came from Dykeman. Gave him the plain Jane rollie, no icing. Do the right thing with the red bottoms and spiked it. This streets cold, Minnesota.
Rider, I can't hear this now. Can you hear that? Oh, right, let's just do this quickly. Oh my goodness. I thought I had it all down pat. I really did. I really, really did. But clearly not. Bear with me just 2 seconds and we will get it together. I'll do it another way rather than trying to sort out what the damn audio issue is. We will do this. No, not that. Sorry, 2 seconds. Right, it's the patched up version, but let's go.
Real niggas, y'all not invited. He getting money, but he a rat. Y'all bitches like it. One nigga break your heart, y'all bitches dyke it. Powder from Colombia, the sour came from Dykeman. Gave him the plain Jane rollie, no icing. Do the right thing with the red bottoms and spiked it. This streets cold, Minnesota Viking is biting. Internet gangster, you gon' kill me with the typing. Iron on me, I ain't fighting, I ain't Tyson. Quilly Q-pop, don't forget to put the hyphen. I must be exciting. Coke in the Pyrex pot, drop the ice in. Break the whole patty pot down, get the slicing. With my new feel about talk. I don't like them. Your birth date, your death date, your lifespan, and hyphen. Imagine playing gangsta on cam. Listen, dice. But I'll let it rip off air. Like tight. I'm here for the cake, the 3-0, just the icing. We'll ice them. You'll be with the wings. That's a bite when I'm excited. See that half moon turn liking. Once it flash, job, his own memory, break it. Back with the nail, the core size. Back with the nail, the core size. I spike them. You old. We push to the side that tight writing. Right. You ever been to granddad house? I'll invite him. Light him. Leatherface. Cut him up. Slice him. Stinking. Reeking everywhere. Dykeman. Go ahead. I go ahead. Shut up. Real niggas, y'all not invited. He getting money, but he a rat. Y'all bitches like it. One nigga break your heart, y'all bitches like it.
Right, so that was the receipts. What do we think? What do we think? Did he steal? Obviously, you can see, obviously not exactly the same, but the word pattern is. We have to take points off at the very least. That is a little close. It's very close. It's very close for sure. He says a lot of the same words. It's the same rhyme pattern essentially. Now, Surf also uses other words, other rhyming words that aren't in that in the Quilly freestyle, and Quilly uses other rhyming words from the same rhyme scheme that Surf doesn't. So they're not exactly the same. The setups aren't the same, but we can obviously see the obvious similarities. Now, it's caused a lot of, like I say, noise on Twitter for about 24 hours. That's all that anyone was talking about. There was 7,423 spaces about it. There are at least 700 YouTube videos. There's a lot going on talking about this, so I'm late on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look at what some people are saying about this. Now, that is not what that's supposed to be. What is going on?
Real niggas, y'all not.
Oh, I really think I have this stuff under control, and now I'm just staring at a screen. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Right here. Why isn't this playing? Oh, because I'm playing, is that right? So if I take that off. Okay, right. So Verb starts it off and says, and dude, y'all flavor gross. Bye, man. So he shares the video that we've just seen, and that gains an awful lot of traction. Tay Rock says, fuck out of here. Now you bugging, shake my head. Verb replies to that, I love how Rock threw me under the bus to pot shot Surf. He shouldn't have even retweeted this. It brings more awareness. He knows that. So he's trying to say that Tay Rock only replied to shed light on it, and is therefore, kind of hating on Surf subliminally, which is, I think a bit of a reach, perhaps. He then calls out Jazz and says, where your box head ass little girl? You poked your chest out last week, didn't you? Laugh my fucking ass. So he's saying she's quiet about this. Why isn't she saying anything? She replies saying, I never indulge when I see people accuse battle rappers of stealing, but I think you should, instead of you going on the smear Surf campaign, you should be worried why your shit's not even good enough for people to even accuse you of stealing. I am a grinder. KC30. And Goods says, so the little dicks got caught stealing bars. Shake my head. Now, I don't think any of those reactions are unpredictable, because they've pretty much gone, if you're a Surf supporter, like Rock or Jazz, you say it's not biting. If you're Goods or Verb, you say, yeah, that motherfucker stole it. Cortez too, he's fuming. It's obviously his battle that this occurred in. He's calling dirty. He's saying, get him out of here. Verb had a Spaces party yesterday and is going on a rampage today. People are too happy about this, true or not. That's a fact. That's a fact. People is, say box head ass again. Shout out, boss man. Salute. Hey, Diva. Love for tuning in. I don't know. If it was a punch, that's one thing. This is an almost perfect parallel. We're going to have a look at how perfect a parallel it is. Megabyter says Megabyter. Let's have a look, because we have the lyrics here. I've been Loso Boogie on Twitter, shared the lyrics. Salute for that, because I wouldn't have had them otherwise. Now we're going to look and see. Like I said, the rhyme pattern is the same. The setup's completely different. Sometimes he uses the rhyming words in a very different way. So they asked how I feel about Core. I don't like him. Your birthday's your death day. Your lifespan's a hyphen. Fire. Quilly says, Quilly, QPAC, don't forget to put the hyphen. I must be exciting. Surf uses the exciting somewhere else. Surf says, I'm here for the cake. The 3-0 is just the icing. Quilly says, Coke in the Pyrex pot, drop the ice in. So, I mean, it's a homophone, but it's technically not the same word. I'll let it rip off air, Mike Tyson. Iron on me, I ain't fighting, I ain't Tyson, said Quilly. Now, obviously, Surf's bar is a very, current event. The Mike Tyson airplane incident only happened a few weeks ago. Rip off air. So yeah, Holyfield, but I think he's also, I'll let it rip off air, up in the air, the airplane incident. I don't know, but either way, it's not the same setup. Surf, well, I'll ice him. You'll be with the wings. That's a Breitling. I'm exciting. So he's got 3 of the same rhyme pattern in there. And then it's back to the Quilly -1. Surf says, back to the nail to core side. I'll spike him. Quilly says, do the right thing with the red bottoms and spiked it. Surf said, we push to the side, that type writing. Quilly says, internet gangster, you gonna kill me with the typing. So, again, similar. You ever been to Grandad House? I'll invite him. Light 'em, Leatherface, cut 'em up, slice 'em, stinking, reeking everywhere. Dykeman. So again, he's thrown quite a few of the same rhyme pattern in there. Quilly says powder from Colombia. The sour came from Dykeman. So I think the Dykeman probably is the one that's most sticking in everybody's head. Let's bring this back down. What do you think? What do you think? Having looked at the lyrics, what do you think? Is it any more? Are you any more convinced that he stole or that he didn't? It looks like Surf read the lyrics and changed it just enough not to get sued. Diva says, I'm disappointed in Surf. Bossman says, I don't like this. This theory is making too much sense. I haven't put forward any theory yet. Core 2-1 says Nest Coat. How did you have it before? So have you just dropped around? What are we doing? Really close, I don't know. It ain't new, it's verb. Okay, so verb's theory is making sense. Well, I mean, he's just saying he stole them, basically, isn't he? Now, my thing is, I ask questions. Now, my first thing is, it's a very popular freestyle. Well, I mean, it's got a couple of million views. It's on a huge platform, Hot 97. It's the sort of thing that's likely to come up in your recommended if you watch a lot of freestyles, if you watch a lot of battle rap. Surf, to give the other side of the story, Surf has said he doesn't listen to other rappers. He listens to R&B. He's saying he's never heard it. Now, if he's going to come out and say I didn't bite it, I think he's got to say true or not. I mean, he can say I heard it and stand on it, but he said I didn't hear it. I have no idea whether that's true or not, and whether he does. But I would think Surf, loves the fact that, and rightly so, he's very proud that he's got, the 10+ million bars on 995 freestyle. I don't know, and he talks about numbers all the time. I don't know if he kind of keeps a check on the most popular freestyles or anything like that. I don't know, but he says he hasn't heard it. Yeah, my first thing is, would he steal from somewhere so obvious? Possibly, I don't know. Now, the other thing is that the thing that makes me Ison, Tyson, Dykeman, lots of coincidences in order. Well, they're not all in order. We just went through the lyrics, and there are other rhyming words from the same rhyme scheme or rhyme pattern that Surf uses but Quilly doesn't, and vice versa. So it's not like, he's taken each and every one. If he has taken, it's not like he's used every one. Surf don't listen to no goddamn R&B. I'm sure he does. Like, I'm sure I've heard him singing along many times on Instagram to R&B, and he knows those words way too well. Like, he has personal connections to some of these records. I'm sure I've almost seen him like well up at certain times where the song is just hitting him hard. He knows these songs. Well, some of them. He definitely, listens to some R&B. I think he was very inspired by Quilly, and the fact that Surf is quiet is crazy. Yeah, he did a very small, as far as I've seen, he mentioned it on Instagram Live. It's on Hurricane Do's channel. I didn't even upload it, or didn't even take that, because he really doesn't say much. He doesn't even mention Quilly. He kind of, in a roundabout way. So, you know, if you know the situation, you know what he's talking about. And that's it. He says about 7 sentences on it. But like I said, Hurricane Do has uploaded that. So go and check that out. It's just a couple of minutes long. I should have played it, shouldn't I? So John did say that Surf called him while he was preparing. Does that mean he's prepared to bite? I think that's kind of a different level of it's kind of a different character of thing that we're looking at, whether he bit it, or is prepared to kind of do some things to put on a show. I don't know, but yeah, my main thing is, it's like, why would he, knowing that if 2.3 million people saw this Hot 97 freestyle, there's a very good chance that if he spits that in a battle, he's going to be called out on it. He's not going to get away with it. So would he do that? Would he care? That's the other end of the spectrum. Would he care? I don't know if he would care if he chose to do it. Would he choose to do it? Has he got that little kind of integrity that he would do that he would just bite someone else's stuff and spit it in a battle and use it to beat an opponent? I like to think not. He's my favourite battle rapper, so I don't know. I don't think he would. I don't think he would. Not putting anything past anyone. I don't know him, so yeah, I don't know, but I don't think he would. And if he did, let's say he did, why wouldn't he just switch up the rhyme scheme? Like, instead of saying exciting, why wouldn't he just say electric, concentric, or septic? Why would he use, like, if he was, and then also, it's not a flow that's out of the kind of surf playbook. It sounded to me, and when I did the recap, I was talking about, this is a sort of kind of rhyme. I was talking about those flows, and I spoke about that exact rhyme scheme, actually, and I was saying this is something he does a lot, and does that thing, you know, it's a typical kind of flow cadence scheme that he would do when he's using that, bringing his shit back and getting the audience to repeat every word. It's not like this is kind of a brand new thing for him. It sounded exactly like how Surf raps. That's what I thought. Am I disappointed? No, because I don't think he stole it. Now, it could have been he's heard it, and subliminally it could be subliminally he's remembered a lot of that rhyme scheme. And it could also be coincidence. It could also be coincidence that he thought of a Dykeman bar, or whatever the bar that initiated that scheme, if he wrote it, whatever the bar was, he sat there, wrote that bar, and then happened to come up with several, about 10, I think, of the same words that Quilly also had in the freestyle. It's possible. It's very possible. Like, they're both great writers. It's not, you know, it's not out of the realms of possibility that they came up coincidentally with the same words. I'm not capping. I'm throwing out suggestions. I'm saying it's a possibility. My thing is, I'm not convinced he stole it at all. Maybe he was subliminally influenced, but I just think if he heard it, why not just flip the words? Why not just change the rhyme pattern? Instead of saying, like I said, electric, instead of going with go with something else. No one's going to accuse you of biting, and it's just as easy. Like, are we saying that Surf can't rhyme Dykeman and frightening, or whatever, Iceman and are we saying this 2-syllable rhyme pattern is so kind of beyond what Surf is capable of doing, even if he's short of time, that he's going to steal it. Icing, hyphen, exciting, Mike Tyson, fighting. He's rhyming 2 syllables. And yes, he's picked many of the same words, but I just don't think, I don't know, it just seems so far-fetched to me that he would make such an obvious copy. He would do something that's so obvious and open to interpretation. I think it's coincidence. I think if he did see it and he was inspired, he'd be like, yeah, that's fire. Let me flip it, but actually flip it. Not just flip the setups, like I'm gonna take the elements of it and not take the man's whole kind of rhyme scheme. Not that he took the whole thing. I just think it's far-fetched. I think we know Surf can rap. And even let's say he wasn't prepared. Let's say he prepped last minute, even though he had an extra month for the battle. Let's say he still prepped absolute last minute. And because he did have a short, was it the second round? Short second round. So let's say he was short of time. Does he then think, I heard that, and then go and just use exactly the same rhyme scheme rather than thinking of another 8, 6 syllable words that fit in? Because like I say, he hasn't stolen the setups, if he has stolen. So he still had to think of the setups. He's just got the rhyme at the end. Could he not come up with some other rhymes so that he's not open to these accusations? And does he care? Maybe he doesn't care. And if he did, then, but I don't think so. He did flip a few words, but he's too talented for plagiarism. I mean, I think so. Shug Bit Jada Kiss. Wasn't that like a homage thing? What are the odds, Jen? Okay. Let's say I kill my neighbor, making up too much noise. I don't like it. I'm here trying to stream. This is a really important stream, and you're making up noise. I go, shoot you dead. They're dead. I'm back in here. Nice and quiet stream. The police come knocking on my door and say, yo, we just caught you on cam shooting your neighbor. Off we go. And I say, well, I'm sorry, officer. What are the odds? What are the odds that I'm a murderer? Like 1 in every, let's say, 1 in every 700,000 women my age are murderers in this country. What are the odds? Can't be me, right? Can't just say what are the odds. Like, things that are outside of the odds happen all of the time. So yes, we can say it's coincidental or the odds are high, but that doesn't make it, just because the odds are against something, it doesn't make it an impossibility. Yeah, I just think it's too simple. It's too simple. Why wouldn't he have just, instead of saying, exciting, why wouldn't he just say frightening? Because I don't think the other guy uses frightening. He can make that rhyme. Why wouldn't he just pick another few rhyming words? This is the thing. It wouldn't be hard for him. Salute Bars 22. Thank you for the prop. Blessings to you too. Yeah, why wouldn't he just come up with an extra 8 words? Rhyme Zone is there. Shout out Loso. Shuffle T's dictionary. I'm sure there's several. Or, go on the internet. Let's have a look. What rhymes with exciting? Inviting, biting, white, inciting, 96 more rows. Like, if he really wanted to copy that and he was that short of time that he couldn't think of some original rhymes, why wouldn't he just take the Dykeman? I'm not saying we can only draw one conclusion. I'm saying this is my conclusion after asking questions. To me, for someone of Surf's caliber, and you can say I'm biased, full disclosure, he is, and has been, since I formed my top 5, he has been at my top. And even when, you know, he was down in the doldrums fucking up, he's still my favorite battle rapper. He's still my, you know, the one I love to watch most when he's on form. So, you know, you can factor in some bias there if you want. But after asking these questions, to me, it doesn't seem logical that he would, when it's so simple. He would just find some other rhymes, I believe. But that's just my opinion. You can believe what you want to believe. It is not a hill I'm gonna die on. I don't know, you know. I think he's got enough integrity not to just steal straight like that, you know. When it's such a simple thing that he could have done to avoid not stealing. Is he that lazy? Possibly. I like to think not, but I mean, we know he can rap. We know he can write some crazy rap. So, yeah. Could it be subconscious? Could he have subconsciously, I'm not a rapper, I don't write, is this something that happens? You hear things and you subconsciously kind of store them in your memory. And when you're going to, you know, he's got the Dykeman bar and he's like, what rhymes with Dykeman? And, well, excuse my loud background. I'm definitely going to be watching him. I'd be surprised if there aren't 700 surf haters right now that have been at their keyboards, you know, for the last 24 hours, cross-referencing every bar he's ever spat against every freestyle that's ever been done. It's only wild because he claimed to have never heard it. I think, like, I don't know if you heard this bit, but I did say it would be hard for him to say he hasn't heard it while still denying it. But it's not like surf always takes the easy road, so I don't know. Maybe he hasn't heard it. And also, I say this all the time, there is nothing new under the sun. So that's always a possibility. Like I said, he could be sitting there with a Dykeman bar, what rhymes with Dykeman, and just subliminally several of those rhymes that he's heard before came back to him. I don't know. If you've heard it and forgot and thought you came up with it, I could see that. That's what I'm saying. It's a possibility. So he doesn't, it's a subliminal thing. You don't even realize. But yeah, lots has been said about that already. And we are going to put that, I think, to bed there. I don't know, you know, unless Surf comes out and says, yeah, I stole it, I don't think we're ever going to get the answer for that. But yeah, we are going to move on. Does anyone think any differently? Anyone change their mind? Who thinks he definitely stole? Who is convinced? As I'm certainly not. Yeah. Hype man. Who's a hype man? Is that me? Let's just sweep that under the rug. Oh, I'm not sweeping it under the rug, you know, I'm confronting it. And, you know, like I say, I could see it. I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility. And like I said, it's not a hill I am going to die on. But, yeah, needed to be addressed. Yeah, and I addressed it very late, so, you know, everyone's kind of talked about it already. But yeah, like I said, I was playing with my setup, but clearly not enough, because I have a feeling I spent all this time getting my battle on here so I didn't have to stream it, because I'm going to look at a battle now. We're going to look at a battle. I hope you stay with me. It is a dope battle. Let me do this quickly.